First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
On the line right now is Joe Cardinale. He's for NYPD, Lt.Commander, and he is in the midst of an extremely close assembly race downstate, and he's been on with us for a while and is with us right now. Joe, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good. Were you military before police?
No, I wasn't. I was actually going to give my age away here. One of the last draft groups for Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
So, tried to join after that, and then they didn't give you what you wanted back then. I wanted diesel school, and they wanted to send me someplace else. So my next career was going into law enforcement.
Yep. And again, thank you for your service. You are in a battle of a lifetime here in your assembly race. It's still too close to call. Any update today?
Well, they're in the midst of a recount. They have predicted that we were going to lose by double digits. They swore the last time this happened it was a fluke. But here we are with less than 1% difference. They can't even get the single digit right now. And I think it just came down to, from the beginning of this race, I stuck to my guns. I said, this is my platform, and I stuck to it. It was a law enforcement platform. It was a common sense platform. And it was, the funding, the way the one party rule up in Albany, and it resonated with a lot of people. You have to remember, we're in a 2-to-1 ratio here. Yep. Dems against Republicans. So the showing is tremendous. You had over 55,000 votes cast, and there's a difference right now of, I believe, 462 votes.
Wow. I do think that the message that really Democrats should be getting here in New York is just because you're overwhelmingly Democrat doesn't make it safe, right?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And, when you go to meet the candidates and you go up and you're the only one there and there's like 4 from the other party there and you're trying to get your point across, which I did, I feel very well. And I bring up the crime issue. And there was questions from an audience. I'll just give you an example. And it was about retail theft. And when I said, when you're driving the service-based, businesses out like Rite Aid, I said, this is what's going to cost the communities. Yeah. And I was accused of fear-mongering, and I had to stop and say, no, wait a minute. This is a question from somebody in the audience. So this is apparently important to somebody here.
Right.
So don't dismiss it as fear-mongering. And that's how it goes. And when you go to your base and you lie to your base, and you say this is the way it is, and you're being fear-mongered, or whatever it is, you're not doing your constituents any favors. Yeah. You're not really, telling them what the real deal is across New York State. And my fear is this one-party rule, especially with Prop 1 being passed, is going to, create more dangers within our community.
Yeah, certainly we're reforming bail reform, but. If you talk to a lot of work that needs anyone, to be done, there's still a lot more work that needs to be done. Anybody that's in the legislature right now, there have been incremental changes, but so much more has to be done. And we're seeing it with these repeated cases of shoplifting or teen violence in cities is out of control. Hey, by the way, it's now being made official. The New York Times reporting that Trump has offered Elise Stefanik the position of UN ambassador. New York Post is reporting that she has accepted. If she does, that seat's open. Maybe you run for that seat.
Move north.
Very conservative up there.
Yeah, you know what it is. Right now, I focus on the issues for my community.
I understand.
And I'm committed to that. All right, I will not back down from that. It's not just to jump to something else.
Right.
It's to set out for the goal that's over here. And it just amazes me that as soon as the election was over, I was constantly asked by the local newspapers and everybody else about the Trump effect and everything. And I kept going back saying, I am not focused on the Trump effect. I'm focused on the New York State effect.
Yeah.
All right? And that's what it is for the unions, for the blue-collar workers out there. And then when I see governors like Murphy, and then you see Illinois governor, and you see all the governors preparing, and Letitia James saying, "Oh, they're preparing a battle with Donald Trump," and they don't understand who gets caught in a crossfire. That is the people in New York State, in New Jersey. I mean, where was this zest for justice when the border was breached and they came into our neighborhoods? I don't understand this, and people don't understand, and they're getting fed up with it.
Well, the battle, Joe, it's really it's the prelude, it's the setup for fundraising. That's all of what this is. So they keep throwing this stuff out there, and if you'll notice, any of these communications that go out, whether it be by email or even stuff sent to the homes, always has the area where you can help us fight the fight by donating A, B, C, or D to the cause. And it's a fundraiser. That's where they're going. It's ridiculous. I mean, the election is over. I don't know why you still need to raise money.
I think they're preparing for the next round, which is, what happens in politics. This was my first run for anything, of magnitude.
Yeah,
I mean, I ran for union, spots and everything.
Sure.
But I have to tell you that the funding is crucial, especially when we're being outspent 3-1 in an assembly race. That's how much they want this seat to keep it status quo. It's not.
Right.
I could understand if you took the seat to make a change.
Yeah.
But this is for status quo. This is just to further Hochul's agenda up in Albany. And we knew she was going to go back to the congested pricing as soon as the election was over. And there she is. And she goes, well, maybe we'll tone it down.
Right.
But it's always the blue-collar workers paying for everybody's mistakes.
Yeah.
It's always Long Island paying for New York City's mistakes. And that has to stop.
Joe, we'll get you back on. I appreciate it. We wish you. I mean, you're still in this. This is not over, and we'll check back in as soon as we know something.
Absolutely, gentlemen. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks so much for your time.